The crackle of the scanner was a familiar song, the soundtrack to my life for the past 30 years. But tonight, it felt different. This was it, my last shift. One more night, then I'd trade my helmet for a fishing hat and my fire truck for a rocking chair. The guys at the station had been ribbing me all day, planning a send-off that I knew would be more roast than tribute. I was smiling to myself, thinking about it, when the alarm blared, cutting through the easy camaraderie, a 3-alarm fire at a brownstone on Elm Street. My last call. Adrenaline, that old, familiar friend, kicked in. We were out the door in 60 seconds. Sirens screaming into the night. Pulling up to the scene was like driving into hell. The brownstone was a roaring inferno, flames licking greedily at the night sky, devouring the beautiful old building from the inside out. A man and a woman were on the lawn, hysterical, their faces streaked with soot and tears. Our children are still inside," the woman shrieked, a sound that cut through the roar of the fire and straight into my heart. There was no hesitation. Me, Cap, and a rookie named Miller suited up. Cap took the ground floor. Miller took the second. That left the third floor for me. The heat was a physical blow as I went in. The smoke so thick it was like swimming through tar. The third floor was a furnace. The heat was immense, pressing in on me from all sides. I moved systematically, checking each room, my heart pounding a frantic rhythm against my ribs. Bedroom 1, empty. Bedroom 2, empty. Just as I was about to enter the third room, a deafening groan echoed above me. The floor buckled, then splintered. I had a split second to register the splintering wood and the sudden, terrifying drop before I was falling. I crashed through to the floor below, landing hard on my back. The air knocked from my lungs. My helmet had saved my skull, but my whole body screamed in protest. For a moment, all I could hear was the ringing in my ears and the roar of the fire, now sounding strangely distant. I was in a child's bedroom on the second floor. The flames were held back for now, but not for long. As my vision cleared, I did a quick scan of the room. My eyes landed on a closet door, slightly ajar, and that's when I saw it. An eye. A small, dark eye, peering out from the crack in the door. My heart leaped. "I'm a firefighter. I'm here to help you," I called out, my voice rough. The door creaked open further. 2 children, a boy and a girl, no older than 8, stood there. They weren't crying. They weren't crying. They weren't even scared. They just stared. Their calmness was unnerving, a dissonant note in the chaotic symphony of the fire. "We need to go now," I said, trying to keep my voice gentle but firm. The little boy, the older of the 2, simply shook his head. The girl clutched a worn teddy bear, its button eyes seeming to follow my every move. A chill, completely unrelated to the fire, snaked down my spine. Something was wrong, terribly wrong. Why weren't they afraid? Why wasn't there any smoke in this room? The air was clear, almost cool. It didn't make any sense. "Your parents are outside," I urged, taking a step towards them. The boy's lips curled into a small, unsettling smile. "They're not our parents," he said, his voice flat and devoid of any childish inflection. The girl nodded in agreement, her gaze unwavering. My blood ran cold. The couple outside were where it say. Were these even the right kids? But there was no time to question it. He didn't resist. Just let me lead him. The girl followed, her footsteps silent on the floorboards. The sense of wrongness was overwhelming me now. As we moved towards the hallway, the heat returned with a vengeance, but the children didn't seem to notice. They walked calmly through the smoke-filled corridor, their expressions unchanging. We reached the staircase. As I was about to follow, the boy turned to me. "You shouldn't have come," he whispered, and for the first time, his expression changed. It was a look of pity. Then, the house gave a final, agonizing groan. The main beam above us snapped. Flames erupted from the walls, engulfing the staircase. I threw myself back just in time, shielding my face as a wave of superheated air washed over me. When I looked up, the children were gone. Vanished. The staircase was an impassable wall of fire. Panic, cold and sharp, pierced through my adrenaline-fueled haze. I radioed for help, my voice cracking. Miller found me minutes later, his face grim. He helped me out, through a window and down a ladder. The woman sobbed. I stared at them, confused. The two kids, a boy and a girl, from the second floor, bedroom. The man's face crumpled. "We don't have a boy and a girl," he choked out. "We have a baby, a 6-month-old. Her nursery is on the ground floor." Capque Maubert, his face paled beneath the soot. My world tilted. 20 minutes ago, I had been inside for at least that long. The couple they were talking to was a different family, neighbors whose baby Cap had rescued before I even went in. The hysterical couple, the ones who had sent me up to the 3rd floor, were nowhere to be seen. No one else had seen them. My retirement started that night, on the curb of Elma Street, wrapped in a blanket, staring at the dying embers of the brownstone. I never told anyone what really happened in that house. Who would believe me? They'd say it was the smoke, the fall, the trauma. Maybe it was, but I know what I saw. I know the feel of that child's cold hand. Sometimes, late at night, I still see them. The two children with the old, empty eyes, standing in the fire. They don't say anything. They just watch me. The fire on Elm Street was my last call, but it's a call that never really ended. It follows. May a ghost in the smoke, a whisper in the flames. They say every firefighter has one call that haunts them. I just wish mine wasn't still happening.